What is indentation? Four spaces after loops, conditional statement, and functions. You will see this. You have already seen this, that I use four spaces after every starting of every loop, starting of conditional statement, and after defining a function. Like here you can see for in range of 1 to 10, and I have intended the print functions inside the for loop by giving four white spaces. If you are not doing this way, it will give you the error. So I'm showing some examples here. You will see this. To explain the indentation, I am creating a new file with the name of indentation.py, in which I will show if we are not properly intended our code, that it will get the error. So first of all, I am commenting for your understanding. Indentation means four spaces after the while loop, conditional statement, and the function definition. So why we use this? We use this to write our code inside the loop, because in other languages we use brackets to make a code inside, but in Python we use four spaces indentation to write code inside the loop. So I'm writing an if statement here. If x greater than 4, so you can see I'm creating a variable which will be user input. User will enter an integer. Here I'm writing the enter value of x, then user will enter a number, and after this it will check the condition. If the x is greater than 4, then print yes, it's greater than 4. So after that, so you can see that it's properly intended. The print is after the four spaces of if statement. Here you can see in the if statement below the below line, the print is the after the four spaces. This code will work properly because it's properly intended. Here I am running my code. Here you can see that these is the four spaces I am mentioning by highlighting. So right click here and click on run. You can see enter the value of x. Let's suppose I'm printing 3. It's not greater than 3, greater than 4. So this code is work correctly because it's properly intended. If properly not intended, like here you can see it will give error. Oh, you can see print yes, it's greater than 4, line number 5, indentation expected and intended block. So we have to move the print after 4 spaces. Now we will run again, and this will work properly, correctly. Here you can see, yeah, it's greater than 4. So here you can see below the else statement, if this is not properly intended, it will give error. Here you can see in the line number 7, print it's not greater, indentation expected is intended block. So we have to intended of 4 spaces, 4 white spaces. That is, you have to read the error. What is the error? Here you can see line number 4, and below it's mentioned indentation expected. So this code is this code will work properly. Yes, it's greater than 4 because properly intended. After that, I'm creating white. Here you can see I'm commenting for your understanding. White spaces means just inside of the loop or conditional statement or a definition. Everywhere when you write a conditional statement or a loop or a function definition, you have to write inside the function after before a code sentence. So this is necessary for very necessary to write code. If you are not doing this, it will give error. If I start from start after some spaces like that, so this is another thing which is very important. Like we have to write our code at the start of the line. We have to write our code at the start of the line, because if you are not writing at the start of the line, it will give error. Here you can see I'm running my program and indentation error, because you have to write the code, because you can see there x, I'm taking x user input, which is at the start of the line, very start of the line. If is at the very start of the line, else at the very start of the line. Print function, print statement is also at the very start of the line, because this is necessary, indentation is necessary. Same is for loop, same is for the definition of function. You have to write, like I'm doing example of the for loop for I in range of let's suppose I'm doing from up to 10, from 0 this will be move up to 10. Let's suppose I'm not properly intended, I'm doing not properly intending to print honey, it will not print, it will give error. You can see this indentation expected, line number 18, it gives error. So I have to translate the print statement 4 spaces forward. So now you can see that it's printing, and you will see that it will print honey for the 10 times. This is too much, and hopefully you will like this thing. I have already mentioned during the code that every line of your code should be start from the start of line, except of code after loops, conditional statement and functions. If you didn't do this, it will give error that it's not properly intended. Thank you.